Welcome again to the Organic Rose. King of the kitchen, I call him, garlic, yum-alicious. Queen of the kitchen, onion. These are both out of the garden, so they're not like you see in the store where they're nice and pretty and all that. Here's the top part. This is where the onion gets its oxygen as it grows underground. Same with the garlic as well. So we're going to simply show you how to peel and slice. Maybe we'll julienne a little bit, maybe we'll dice. Let's see where it takes us. This is a nice French knife, and I'm going to go ahead and just put a little edge on it. There we go. Okay, let's do the garlic first. And when I say king and queen of the kitchen, I'm not trying to be sexist. You can call the garlic queen if you want. You can call the onion king, whatever. It's either way, but they run the kitchen in my eyes. Let's go ahead and cut this stalk off. And we'll cut this stalk off. And because these were outside drying for a bit, there's still a little bit of dirt in here from this garden, but that's okay. We'll cut that off. Let's get these roots out of there. We'll peel it. The garlic peel is almost like parchment. It's so thin and it just snaps right off. And get it all. Now you can see the cloves. See, they're starting to get exposed. Yeah, we like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and break the cloves off. They just snap right out. Come on, there we go. There, you have it. Let's separate the cloves. There. And I'm going to take just a simple wooden mallet. Let's get this out of the way. Get this dirt out of the way. Going, this chef's not very clean, is he? Well, that's okay. That's stuff from the garden, not a problem. Here's the clove of garlic. Wham. Another clove. Wham. Another one. There we go. So as you pound the garlic, just give it one shot. You don't need to pound the life out of it, just like that. Oh, a piece went flying and my dog looked right at it. He likes garlic. Okay, now we'll peel it. Let's do a second one. Sometimes the garlic likes to stick onto the skin, but don't worry, it'll release. And you can feel those really nice garlic oils in there. If you can see that tip at the end, we're going to cut that off, that point. Sometimes they're harder than others, like this one's going to be a little bit tough. And you want to cut those off because the last thing you want to do is chew on that. And if you have a filling or a crown in your mouth, that's not a good thing. There we go. And we are just going to go ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and slice the garlic. So the difference between slicing and dicing, besides the obvious, they obviously look different because they're different methods of cutting, but the more you process garlic, the stronger it gets. So by slicing it, it's going to be less strong than if I were to take this and just dice it up. So the more processing it gets with your knife, the stronger it's going to become. So we're going to leave it a little bit on the mild side. Okay, there's our garlic. Now let's take the onion. We'll slide these guys out of the way because we're not going to do those right now. I'll get to those later. This is a Italian torpedo onion. Oh, I forgot. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff. We're going to put it in the compost bucket. There's no waste around here, I'll tell you that. Take the onion and go ahead and cut it long ways, but just penetrating the outer skin. Okay, and there you go. Look at that. how easily that pulls off. Look at that. My friend, a good friend of mine, who was a chef, born and trained in Italy, I think around Milano somewhere in that area, he'd look at this onion and he'd say, Steve, that onion is beautiful. There we go, in the compost. Let's trim this down a little bit. Okay, and with the onion, we're going to split it in half. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more edge on my knife. So now we have the onion split in half. Okay, you can see how it gets white in the inside, a little bit of new growth happening right there. That's the light green. And it just has layers, multi-layers on it. We're going to go ahead and set this over there and get it out of the way. Let's run the knife this way. Kind of separating the layers. There we go, see? And then now we're going to julienne. There, nice. So julienne basically means matchstick size. Look at that, Mario. Steve, it's beautiful. That's nice. It looks good. This onion is nice. Cuts very easily. Always make sure that your knives are sharp. The easiest way to cut yourself is with a dull knife. Trust me, I've been there many, many times, a lot more than I'd even like to think about. But make sure your knives are always sharp, whether it's a French knife, whether it's a paring knife, whether it's a boning knife or a carving knife, whatever kind of knife it is, make sure that you always have an edge on them. And this one has an edge on it for sure. Let's go ahead and julienne this side as well. So you never want to have dull knives. That's a recipe for disaster. Okay, now we'll julienne. Oops, that one got away, so we'll get that guy separately. And roll it over a little bit. Done. Now, julienne of torpedo onion. Yep, I'm starting to tear up a little bit, but there's really nothing you can do. There's a lot of wives' tales about, oh, run water, eat an apple, suck a hard-boiled egg. There's all of it's nonsense. None of it works. You're still gonna cry. So don't worry about it. It's just think about it as a way to flush your eyeballs out a little. I've got some nice knives. I've been in this industry all my life, and I'm very comfortable around knives. If you're not comfortable around knives, around cutlery in general, learn how to use it properly. Go take a class or two, from a chef and say, I want to learn some basic knife skills. You can even go to a cutlery store and say, you know what, I'm really green as far as using cutlery. I really want to learn how to do this. Can you explain to me what the difference is between a French knife and a paring knife, and a boning knife and a carving knife? And can you maybe give me a couple little pointers on how to use them and how to keep them sharp? They'll help you out because, I mean, they're in the business too, and they would like to sell you some knives, and they'd like you to be a return customer. So pick their brain. They've got a lot of information stored up here. I'll catch you next time on The Organic Rose.